West Asia is on edge, bracing for an Iranian attack, tense over what form it will take. The next few hours are critical as the possibility of a wider war expanding in the region is increasing. Iran is reportedly preparing to launch an attack on Israel as what it calls retaliation for the attack on its embassy in Syria on the 1st of April. And the offensive could occur in the southern or northern regions as early as Saturday. And it has the potential to trigger an all-out regional war. Senior US officials have said that Iran, in all likelihood, will attack Israel before the weekend. According to reports in Israeli media, Iran can launch missiles and drones today.
Just say that we're watching this very, very closely. We still deem the potential threat by Iran here to be real, to be viable, certainly a credible, and we're watching it as closely as we can.
Iran has sent a message to the United States through the Arab countries. I'm quoting from that. If you intervene in a conflict between us and Israel, we will attack American bases in the region. The warning comes as US President Joe Biden stated that he was expecting Tehran to attack Israel sooner than later. However, he has warned Iran against attacking, stressing that the United States will defend Israel.
We are devoted to the defense of Israel. We will support Israel. We will help defend Israel, and Iran will not succeed.
Now, Biden, who has been receiving constant updates on the situation from his national security team, the 81-year-old commander-in-chief also issued a one-word warning to Iran.
What is your message to Iran? What is your message to Iran right now?
What is your message to Iran in this moment?
Don't.
Despite the fears of regional tensions escalating, Israel's military has said that they have prepared plans to respond to a possible Iranian attack. According to the army spokesman, Israel is ready for a wide variety of scenarios that include both defensive and offensive actions.
In the last 24 hours, we conducted reviews of plans for a wide variety of scenarios following reports and declarations of an Iranian attack. The commanders presented to the Chief of Staff the plans for defending and attacking and adjusting the operational response in all the areas.
While municipalities in Israel have reportedly been told to prepare for an attack, they have been told to ensure that all public shelters are ready for use. Civilians have also been asked to remain vigilant. Now, following a sharp rise in the tensions, countries including India, France, Russia, Poland and the United Kingdom have warned their citizens against traveling to Israel, and in some cases, the wider region amid threats of an Iranian attack. The French Ministry for Europe and Foreign Affairs has advised its citizens against traveling to Iran, Lebanon, Israel and the Palestinian territories. Now, along with France, India has advised its citizens not to travel to Iran or Israel till any further notice is issued. Meanwhile, the United States has asked its consulate staff in Israel to not travel outside the greater Tel Aviv, Jerusalem and Beersheba area. Moreover, amidst the heightened tensions, some flights have also been cancelled to Tehran. The German airline Lufthansa has extended the suspension of its flights. To talk more on this, we are now joined by Lieutenant Colonel Daniel L. Davis, who is a military expert and host of Daniel Davis Deep Dive on YouTube. Welcome to the broadcast, sir. My first question to you, what is the possibility, would you say, of an attack that is imminent? Do you think it is going to happen, or is this purely preparedness and somewhat conjecture on the part of Israel and the United States?
Well, it's definitely a lot of conjecture, but the chances are quite high, and you can certainly understand It's just like really, we're talking like centuries. It's just not been done that a nation will attack another nation's embassy. That's just kind of everybody's kept their hands off of that until that was breached on 1 April. And so the idea that Iran would do nothing is just not very high. They are in a difficult situation, though, because on the one hand, they can't not respond to this, because then it's going to invite more attacks from Israel. And it's going to actually make a lot of the hardliners upset, because they already are upset at the mullahs for not having responded to many of the previous assassinations that have been going on since the 7th of October. But they also can't go too far, because if they hit too hard where they spawn a war against them from the United States and Israel, it could be catastrophic for the country. So they have to try and find that balance. But look, I think honestly, it's going to be very hard to find a balance, because it really looks like Israel is desiring to hit Iran, and they're looking for any excuse to do it. And I don't think that they're going to accept anything as okay. And so there is a big risk of escalation.
Colonel Davis, what would you say would be the immediate ramification of this attack on the current war in West Asia?
Well, I mean, all it can do is just expand it and make it even worse, because, I mean, Israel has been, doing a lot of things that really seem like they want to expand it. I mean, they struck just days before the embassy destruction in Damascus. They attacked the Syrian army in Aleppo and killed 40 of their troops. They had been assassinating people in Baghdad. They've been shooting other people in Syria. And then, of course, they're threatening to potentially escalate the war into northern Lebanon to push Hezbollah back to the Litani River. So everywhere you want to look, and of course that also talks about the Red Sea issue, where the U.S. keeps periodically attacking the Houthis in Yemen, and they vice versa keep hitting ships in the Red Sea. You just see that it's already expanded. 3 Americans have already been killed a couple of months back in Jordan, and all of the troops there still remain at risk. There is a cauldron of difficulty right now.
Would you say that still there are chances of an indirect attack happening more than the direct one, as has been the history with Iran? Or do you think the tables have turned?
Iran has a combination history. They have done direct shots, like they did after the U.S. assassinated General Soleimani in 2020, with a 100 missile barrage onto the U.S. airbase at Al-Assad. So they have done the direct. They've also done the indirect. One of the other possibilities, which has some plausibility, is that Iran could use the unconventional and not even strike back, but they could actually start a nuclear weapons program. And who knows, when people would be able to find out about that, and potentially it could come later on. But then that would throw the whole region into a huge crisis, all of which could come as a result of what the Israeli strike did. So we just don't know. Many things are possible.
Thank you so much, Colonel Davis, for joining us with your opinion and your thoughts on this.
Always my pleasure. Thank you.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.